Whoa. Damn.
That's sick.
This intro's fire.
We'll put an insert Fiverr voice there. All right, what is up? And welcome to the first episode of the Daily Traders podcast.
Is that the name we're going with?
That's what we're going with.
All right.
Okay, so I'm your host, Mark, aka the Daily Trader, and this is the Weekly Traders. All right, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Jack, and I'm the Weekly Traders.
So, wow, this is exciting.
Yeah.
This is crazy because I've always wanted to do a podcast, and it's always just been myself as the face of the company, the Daily Traders, and now I have you on board, and we can make this thing happen.
I know, it's definitely been, we moved into this office probably about 2-3 weeks ago, and ever since it's been really cool. I think we've kind of been in this setting up phase for a little bit now, but I think now we're finally starting to get rolling and
we're
really focus on
established.
Yeah,
we're ready to go. Well, just so you guys know, obviously the Daily Traders is, if not the largest, one of the largest. I'll just say one of the largest trading and investing communities on the internet. We've got 200,000 Discord members. We've got 35K on the YouTube channel. We got 1 million on TikTok and 1.2 million on Instagram. So this is obviously a very well-established community already. And the idea behind this podcast is to not only, I think we're kind of going back and forth on how we want to structure the podcast.
Yeah.
We want this to be educational and, fun and comical. Comical. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. But at the end of the day, we just want to provide some value and show you a bit what it's like to be a full-time day trader. Talk about our stories, how we got here, and just have some fun, I guess.
Yeah, I also kind of think adding to that is, from a TikTok perspective and Instagram perspective, you kind of see a lot of our life on the outside, but you don't really see what it's actually like. And I think this podcast is going to give a good into what our day-to-day and kind of our stories and how we got into trading and our experiences, and kind of passing that on to you guys and just giving kind of perspective on our lives. I
feel like we're supposed to look at the camera, because I've watched other podcasts like Impulsive and they look at the camera.
I think kind of
should we be looking at? I feel like we should be. Yeah.
Yeah, you could just look up.
Because that whole intro, I felt I should have been looking at that camera.
Yeah, no, I think
so.
I think so. When we're talking to each other, like when we're telling a story to each other,
we look at each other.
But when we're saying something generic, this podcast is for you guys to kind of show what's good, is then we either look at one of the two cameras.
So we got 3 cameras. We got 3 cameras. This is kind of a, we set this up in a couple minutes today, and did you just cough over me?
I cough like this. It was out of the mic.
This setup today is, we're going to figure out our setup. It's kind of jerry-rigged today. We can throw a picture up of what it looks like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, we got to put this in here. Little legal disclaimer. We are not financial advisors. We cannot give... Are you going to let me finish? We cannot give financial advice. None of this is financial advice. We're going to have a full disclaimer below that's been written by a lawyer, so please read that before watching or consuming this information. And yeah, you can't sue us.
And while you're at it, put all of your money into Doge and Shiba Inu. Take your mom's retirement fund, your dad's retirement fund, your savings, all into Doge and Shiba Inu, and don't take it out, whatever you do.
I think the legal team is not going to let us put that in. That's not going to slide. It might slide.
I feel like that's pretty fun. I think
that's funny,
that's a
but
joke.
That is a joke.
Don't do that unless you want to. But don't.
Stop. Don't sue us. All right, on with the podcast. On with the podcast. Show notes. We're going to try to stay on topic.
Yeah.
We've got some fun stuff we're going to be talking about. A little bit of education, like I said, a little bit of stories about us, our lives, about trading. We want this to be anyone who's interested in what it's like to be a full-time day trader, interested in trading, or just want some entertainment. Hopefully it'll provide some value and entertainment. I'm rambling.
Yeah, okay. So I think kind of going back to this whole 2-3 weeks that we've been in, it's just been such like a shit show and trying to get everything together, trying to get everyone at the office, getting all the desks, making sure things were coming in on time, everything looked good. But how much did we spend this month to get everything from my accounts to everything? How much did we spend?
This was bad. All right, we did the P&L 2 days ago, and I sat down with my assistant, and we spent $61,000 this month, which is ridiculous. It's a lot of, and I'm not even including the G-Wagon that I just bought. Like, including the G-Wagon, I spent $261,000 in 1 month, which is a little absurd.
Yeah.
But just a little context here. I've been in this office for 6 to 7 months now, and so taking on the weekly traders, taking on my assistant, our editor and videographer who's behind the camera right now, we're all in-house. We're all at the office working. So it's pretty fun to be together in this collaborative space where we can trade and we can create content, because it's just been myself all along, which, you know, it kind of gets lonely doing this on your own. Coming to the office every day by yourself.
I love coming into the office. It's a lot of, it's a good workspace. But I think we all kind of bounce off each other, and it's a really fun environment. So I'm glad we did this and brought it all together. And shout out to you for kind of organizing all this.
Yeah, and I think also the office is like, it's the brand. And like, on TikTok at least, I mean, maybe, I don't know, some of the audience I'm sure has seen the TikTok videos.
Yeah.
I probably come off as like an arrogant like douchebag, pretty much an asshole. And I think, part of the podcast is just getting to know me better and hopefully making, like changing the whole internet's mind that I'm not just some douchebag. But I was saying, I got off topic there. The suits, the office, like no one else is doing this, and that's the brand. Like going to the office, wearing suits, trading. Like from a marketing standpoint, that's what really makes the TikTok videos stand out.
Yeah. No, I agree. You don't really see it. And sometimes you read the comments like, why are they wearing suits? I don't know. It's cool. It feels good when you show up to work wearing a suit. And it also kind of plays into our image.
It does.
But back to like, who you really are, I think we should talk about some of our first experiences trading and like some of our first trades. So if you want to like, what was your first trade?
I want to start.
Of your first trades?
I need a minute to think about this. But I want to start with you because you've mentioned this story, so I think you should start it. You should kick it off.
I can go. My first trade's pretty funny. It's essentially the definition of beginner's luck. And hopefully we can find the graph from when I did it. But so I was trading. I just got into trading. I opened up a Robinhood account, and I put I had about $8,000 in my savings. I put it all in the account. And I'm looking at the stocks. I had no idea how to trade, what to trade, how to find stocks, what stocks are good. I didn't even know what a bid and ask was, so I was such a newbie to the game. But instead of taking my time and studying, I just went right into it. I just started buying whatever. So I'm looking at the chart and I see Peloton drop like 13. This was when Peloton this is when Peloton started dropping.
Okay.
Remember, it had that huge bullish streak and then it started dropping. But so I saw.
This was like 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I see Peloton drop, and I buy like 5,000 shares worth of Peloton. $5,000 worth of Peloton.
Okay.
And for the only reason I bought these shares was because I just saw it sold off a bunch. I was like, it's super cheap. I'm just going to buy it. And I hit the dead bottom of the buy. And over the next 2 days, I hold these $5,000 worth of shares, and I sell. And I end up going surfing with my dad. I'm just holding these shares. I'm not even paying attention to them. I get back to the car. I'm like, they've gone up like 10%. Nice. I sell. This stock, the outright stock, went up 10% over 2 days. And I sell just on my break coming in from the surf. I come back, stock drops. So I nailed the bottom and the very top by like the 0.1%. And made like $500 my first time trading. I was like, this is so. I remember I'm talking to my dad. I'm like, this is so easy. Like, I just made $500 surfing. He's like, what? Like, how? I was like, stocks. And
stocks.
And I remember it was such like this moment for me. I was like, wow, I can really make money doing stocks, doing whatever I want. It's so easy. And of course, the next 2 days I lost it all and then some. My P&L. But yeah, it's definitely like beginner's luck is definitely there.
That happens to a lot of people, and it's like that initial spark that just gets people fascinated with trading, and
Yeah.
it really just it hooks you. Like,
Yeah, I think I might start a hedge fund where I just get new traders and have them just bet the entire the farm, the house, the wife, the kids, all just on a random stock that they want to trade on, and I think that will secure 100% win rate. Just based off
great
beginner's luck.
idea.
Yeah.
But no, beginner's luck is also a really bad thing, because what happens is a new trader will think that's the normal. They'll think it's easy, and like you said, will then end up giving back what they just made plus
Exactly.
more. And that's something I talk about like in the master class, is how to deal with that beginner's luck if you've had it.
Yeah, I think half of trading is psychology. You know what I mean? Half of trading is
I don't want to argue.
No,
with you,
I
but
actually-
3 parts of trading. Trading psychology, 100%, 1 part.
Yeah.
Risk management,
Yeah.
2 out of the 3. And then 3 out of 3 is like the charting, like the
Technical.
actual technical
Yeah.
fundamental analysis.
Yeah, but I think, the 3 parts, but your psychology is kind of what dictates the way you move in and out of positions, what stocks you're in, and it's such a huge part. And getting that trader psychology is pretty much what manifests you becoming a successful trader, and that's why it takes people 2 years to become profitable, a year to become profitable, because it's building up that psychology, which is so important.
Yeah.
But so yeah, did you think about your trades?
Oh boy.
Or if you can't think of your first
so,
trade, maybe think of like your
like,
first significant trade.
I didn't have like that beginner's luck, and because I started out trading Bitcoin, so
Yeah, I remember that.
it was just scalping Bitcoin, and I don't remember when I took my first scalp because, well, I guess my first trade was probably investing in Bitcoin itself. Like I just started buying it, and then
Yeah.
a couple months in started actually day trading it. I don't remember one like significant trade, but I do remember. I remember when I started trading, you were thinking about getting into it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you remember when I started doing well, and I had a story on my
Yeah,
Snapchat.
it was like a walking man. I don't know. I forgot what it was called.
I was just posting my gains, and I remember like flexing like $95 gains.
Yeah, I remember
like,
that.
Oh, I just made $95.
I remember
today.
you showed your account and it was like $3,000. I was like, oh damn, it's not bad. Because back at that, I think I was like 14 back then. Because I'm 2 years younger than you. You were 16, so I was like 14. And I saw like I wasn't working. I saw like $3,000. Like, oh damn. That
was a lot back then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was still working like in the early days. I was still
Damn,
working.
throwback to when Bitcoin was $3,000.
I know. I miss those days. I was still working just a normal job, a normal 9 to 5. And I remember that point where my trading gains surpassed that 9 to 5 income. Mm-hmm. And I started getting like frustrated, like, dang, why am I sitting here? Like, run the cash register, doing customer service.
Oh yeah. I mean, I quit my job to come here. I had a good job doing property management. I was like, this is way more profitable.
I think for everyone, hopefully we'll get to that point where it's like your 9 to 5. I mean, trading surpasses your 9 to 5. That's the goal with everyone, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard. Like I often get the question, like how did you transition into becoming a full-time trader? How do I transition into becoming a full-time day trader? And there's a lot of variables that go into that, and I believe the biggest thing is actually age, and I think being younger and being in the place that I was when I started, like I had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Risk meant nothing to me. And
Yeah,
I really still don't have much to lose.
You're not paying rent. You're not buying
At the end of the
food.
day, I don't have kids. I don't have a house. I don't have mortgage when I started, right? And I still don't have kids. But I was saying my expenses are definitely way higher now. No, my expenses are obviously, my expenses are probably surpassed the average American, right? But when I started having nothing to lose, being able to take those risks, the risks that I had to take to get here, I was able to take because I was just at my parents, living in my parents' basement, working that 9 to 5. It was like, whatever, I have money to trade with. I don't care if I lose it. Like, I'm not gonna be homeless, so it's definitely, everyone finds their way into trading and becoming a full-time trader in a different way. But for me, it was just definitely, I attribute a lot of that to the age thing.
Speaking of that time period, remember your riced out Subaru?
I do. Excuse me. I've been sick for 2 weeks. I want to say this. Actually, almost a month. No, I mean, I've been sick. And so I've this is kind of a struggle today to film.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I do remember my riced out Subaru.
That thing was rad.
It was sick.
My favorite part was the obnoxiously loud exhaust.
And all the stickers that had like 50 horsepower.
Oh, I mean, at least. Yeah, that was really funny.
I've had so many cars now, which is crazy. Like,
yeah, Jesus.
to be 20 years old and now I've lost count. I've had over 10 cars, or I bought over 10 cars
Yeah.
for sure. Just in the last year and a half, we were trying to figure out how many cars I bought.
Mhm.
And it was the Audi R8, the Audi R8, I got the Ford Bronco, got the Range Rover,
Yeah.
bought my brother that BMW for his birthday. I got the McLaren.
Mhm.
I bought my mom that brand new Volvo for her birthday. And then I just bought the G-Wagon.
Yeah, it's a lot of cars.
Yeah.
So that's okay. So now that it's like, let's kind of go over our timeline as trading. So, you know, the audience can get to know us as traders. So do you remember kind of in that, so you were talking about how you started making more money than you were at your 9 to 5, right? And so what point kind of in this like middle time period did you really start to regress and really start to make real money to the point where you were able to buy an R8?
Well, I mean, I've told my story a lot, and I guess I'll say it here again, because I'm sure there's people who haven't watched the YouTube video. I started trading in late 2016. Excuse me. Late 2016, early 2017 is when I started trading
Yeah.
Bitcoin. And looking back on it, like if I just held that initial Bitcoin up until a year ago, I probably would have made just as much. But by scalping, being able to buy, you know, 4 to 5 Bitcoin at $2,000-$3,000 a coin, the margin was there for me to make enough to surpass what I was making at my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I started trading the breakthrough, I guess, for me into that next level was taking that money that I had made through Bitcoin and pretty much dumping that into an account to learn how to trade stocks. Like I made that transition into trading stocks. And it was partially because of my uncle, who is a full-time day trader.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he's been trading for like 35 years, maybe longer. And I started asking him some questions about stocks. And, you know, he gave me some advice, but I could never really get his secret sauce from him. But anyway, that was like, I was like, I want to try this. I've got the money now. I've found a strategy that works for me trading Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Which is just really trade. Well, looking back on it, like I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but what I was able to do was, I was trading just order flow. I was watching orders come in, and in one way or another, that's what I learned how to do in the stock market. I'm not going to get into too much technicals here. Just thinking about anyone who's watching, if you know nothing. Anyway, where was I? So I started trading stocks. I didn't do that well trading just shares because I didn't have enough capital.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people trade options, which is what I do now, and that's what I started doing in like 2018, mid 2018 is when I started trading options because it gave me that leverage. I only had a couple, whatever. Say I started out with a couple $1,000, and I could leverage that money exponentially by buying contracts.
Mm-hmm.
But my first account, I think, was around 10,000, and I blew up that account. It was on it was Robinhood.
Yeah.
I transferred like 10 grand from my Coinbase to Robinhood. It was like within 2 weeks, I blew up almost that whole account.
Yeah.
Trading options, which is like that's part of the learning curve, and and I so many great traders talk about their stories about how they blew up an account or multiple accounts.
Yeah, ideally you're able to find some type of mentor, right? Mentor group that kind of, because luckily, I remember you told me way back not to leverage more than 5% of your account. And I've been listening to a lot of podcasts for the past, 6 months about stocks. And a lot of them talk about how important, there's so much that goes into stocks, but especially trading. And something that's super important, especially when you're trading options that are high risk, is position size and making sure you're not, really paying attention to your win rate and your win to loss ratio, right? So it's, if you're taking a 3-to-1 at 50%, you're gonna blow up your account if you lose 2 trades in a row. So you really have to be managing your risk and how much you're actually making per trade.
Yeah, and that's like kind of getting back on track. What I was saying was, I blew up that $10,000 account. I was over leveraged. I had 95% of my portfolio was just in two single stocks.
Yeah.
Option contracts. And it was partially due to just bad luck with the overall market. I remember it was just a rough couple days in a row, and I took like a 50% hit the first day.
Yep.
And then I remember dipping down to like 2,000-3,000 in the account. Had a little recovery back up to 5.5. I remember this so well, and I was like sweating. I remember that first day I took that 5K loss. It was like the biggest loss I'd ever taken.
Yeah, I remember the first big loss is always super memorable.
Yeah.
I remember mine, yeah.
And I was just stressing. I went out, started driving around in my car, listening to music. I'm like, it's all good. Like, I'm going to make that back. Like, the contracts are going to go back up. I hardly knew anything about options. These contracts were, expiring next week. Yeah. And they were really far out of the money, really risky contracts that I never should have bought and never should have put my whole portfolio on.
Yeah, right?
But that's how you learn, right? So I ended up, that account depleted over the next couple of days to just about nothing. Yeah. So I took a full reset. I'm like, all right, this is not how you approach this. I'm like, you can't just go in blind and fly by the seat of your pants and hope that things will work out. And that's when I tried paper trading options, which I think everyone should do. Yeah. And even good traders, and I think you said this, experienced traders, if they're going through a rough patch,
taking a step
back, they're on a losing streak, they're down a couple months in a row, taking a step back, trading on a paper account, even for a couple weeks, it's a good way to reset, to mentally reset. Anyway, that is what I did. I started trading on this paper account. Once I was able to find, consistent profitability trading the strategy that I was trading on a paper account,
then you moved it over.
Slowly started,
and then you start with small position size, and then you slowly.
I learned the whole position sizing thing, and that's something I didn't ever learn. I think this goes for a lot of traders is they focus on one thing and they do it really well, and that's what I was doing with
specializing
scalping.
Yeah,
I was specializing in one thing, scalping Bitcoin, watching the orders come in,
and you did well.
Looking for buy and sell walls. I would watch guys come in, buy buy a limit order in to buy 400, 500 Bitcoin at a certain price, and I was playing off those levels and I didn't ever use 5% of my account. I was just trading my whole account.
Yeah, well, I mean, trading Bitcoin's a lot different than trading options because options are leveraged. Bitcoin isn't.
Yeah, I mean stocks in general. It's
a
whole different world. Anyway, my point is I did not learn risk management. I didn't learn a lot of the stuff that was necessary to, be successful trading. Yeah. And I wish I had a mentor. I didn't have a mentor, and I think that's why the learning curve for me took longer than it should have, or longer than it would for someone who wanted to be mentored by me. Yeah. Oh my word. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I just really still sick. I want to pull up the show notes because we had a couple of fun things we want to talk. Oh, I want to talk about your gum. Okay, you posted. This is funny. So you posted a picture on your Snapchat and hand me that. I saw this in the background. I saw 30 of these cans. Yeah. I'm like, what is that in the background?
It wasn't all.
There were 30, 40 of these cans in the background of your Snapchat story. I thought it was pre-workout or something. This is gum. Yeah. Why do you have 40 cans of gum in your bedroom or in your office, wherever it was?
So for the past 2 years, this is, all right, I'm not, Spry, if you're seeing this, please sponsor me. This is not a plug for Spry, but I love this gum. I'm mildly addicted. I get really bad anxiety. I start sweating if I don't have it. No, I'm just kidding. But
I thought you were serious.
I mean, maybe a little bit. But so I just chew this gum every single day. I don't know. It's good. It has xylitol, so it's good for your teeth. Doesn't have aspartame. No sugar. Gum helps me focus because when you're chewing it. So when I'm sitting in front of a computer all day, having this gum helps me. But I chew it and I started saving all the containers probably 2 years ago. So I saved,
they're
each,
empty.
and all those are empty. So these are about 100 pieces each. They have these big ones that are like 500, and I probably chewed about like, I think I did the math, it was like 10,000 pieces of gum, and my room was like just stacked with these.
Why are you saving them?
Because I don't know. At this point, it's kind of like just a thing. I just finish them. I collect them. They're cool. I don't know. No use, just cause it's a cool little wall decoration. But so I had like 50 of these things, right? And they're all in my room, stacked up. I go away to college. I still chew those in college, and I chewed probably about like 20 of these containers. So I packed up all the empty containers in my bag, drove back to. I saved all of my empties from
college, and you brought them back.
I brought them back.
home.
So I go to put them in my room, and all those ones that you saw in my room in my story, those were all from college. So I go back to my room. I'm super excited. Like, first thing I do is I'm going to add my empties to my collection, and I go into my room, and they're all gone. My mom threw away every single one, and I storm out of my room. I'm like, did you throw away my thing? She's like, yeah, like they're trash. I'm like, no, like, collecting those. But I wasn't actually yelling, but I was like,
that's so funny.
I mean, like, they look like trash. They're empty things. Granted, I had 50 of them stacked in like meticulous order, but she still thought they were trash. And so I had to restart my collection that in the past month. But
that's hilarious.
So yeah, that's the story behind my
It's
gum.
kind of like a stock market metaphor right there, you know?
Yeah, no, take the stairs up, take the window out. I slowly built up my collection, and mom comes in, throws them all out. So,
all right, I need to take a break. I have to go blow my nose. And we are back. All right, excuse the interruption, but let's continue on with the podcast. I really like how this is going.
yeah, me too.
This is fun. This is
fun.
actually really fun.
I'm gonna spit on my gum real quick.
Oh, come on.
I want the camera to see this.
I think you're going to get stressed if you're not chewing gum. Have you been chewing gum the whole time?
No.
My guy, you should not be chewing gum during a podcast.
Well, I've chewed this gum so much, like.
But have you been
can't tell.
chewing, like, if someone watches the clip on your side, will they see you chewing?
I don't think so.
All right, no more chewing gum during the podcast, okay?
Okay.
No more chewing gum. All right, I wanted to talk about the TikTok. Let's talk about the TikTok. I think it's a very, like, it's something that a lot of people ask me about. I mean, everyone, honestly, like 90% of the people who know about the Daily Traders have seen the TikTok, and there's a lot of mixed reactions. Some people love watching the videos because they're funny, because of how, like, absurd they are.
Oh, yeah.
Some people literally just watch them to
What's
hate
the
on
word?
them.
Satire?
Some people say they're satire.
Yeah.
And, like, I'll admit, I throw in jokes from time to time again.
Yeah.
But 98% of the content is not satire. It's real. It's real stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so absurd. I have such a crazy life. I say this crazy stuff, but it's true.
Yeah, no, it is. And that's why.
I'm not making this stuff up.
That's why the comments absolutely kill me.
I love reading comments. Pull up the comments, because
I'm going to just pick some of my favorites.
if I'm having like a down day and I'm feeling low, whatever, pull up those TikTok comments.
It's funny because
I will laugh my ass off for like 20 minutes straight.
They're pretty funny. Let's go on.
Resets my whole
Let's go on
day.
the one with 1.4 million views. All
Oh.
right, we're on the
You want to have
comments.
me react to these comments? Just read some.
Yeah, they show the
So this
audience
is.
videos, yeah.
Can we play our TikToks on the side of the screen when we do these?
Yeah, just screen record.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and I want to say
it's just the
something.
one with 1.4. You can get that.
I created my own style of TikTok videos. Like, this is my style. This is why I have 1 million followers on TikTok. It's annoying. It's outrageous. It's people, get pissed off at the videos. I intentionally say stuff that pisses people off, because this is such a competitive industry. And there are so many people trying to do this, and this is what sets the brand apart. And this is
Yeah.
why I've been able
It's
to
gotta be
scale the
different.
brand so much. It's guerrilla marketing. It's out there. It's different, but it's what gets views, and I know what gets views.
Yeah. No, it does get
And
views.
I've tried a lot of different stuff out, and like I found that style, the way I edit and like shoot and use the captions
just
and
like
everything.
absurd flexing, which is funny.
And like,
Well, I think what validates, because it kind of adds, in like a weird way, it adds like verification that like you're successful. Because it's like people don't want to, be learning about stocks, how to trade from someone who isn't successful themselves, because it just defeats the whole purpose, right? So the whole purpose that you're learning from someone who's successful. So kind of showing this stuff, it like makes people, oh, like, yeah, maybe this guy is successful, and they kind of subconsciously disregard the whole satire aspect of it. But yeah, these comments kill me, man. This one's actually really funny because we were joking about this a couple weeks ago. The quote unquote the daily trader, weekly trader, and monthly trader ? That one's good because we were literally like we were joking like the biweekly trader,
and that's not even a hate comment. And like so like obviously we got the daily traders, now we got the weekly traders, and I'm like, oh, now we need a monthly traders and a yearly traders enough. Yeah, we could honestly just keep scaling the brand with different.
It's definitely scalable.
Time frames. Pull up a nasty one.
A nasty
one?
Pull
up a nasty comment. Because those ones make me laugh even more.
This one isn't necessarily nasty. It's more, what's the word, like passive aggressive. So it goes.
Those are good.
So it goes. These guys are literally making more by doctors by copying and pasting my trades. And he goes, then why do you have to sell the course?
Oh, but do we want to address this question now? I'll say, why do we sell the course? It's so stupid. This question's so dumb, and I've addressed it in so many videos. Everyone in the world wants to make money. We're selling a course to make money, and we're selling a course on top of our trading so we can make more money and have another stream of income, because relying on one stream of income is stupid. No one should have one stream of income. Anyone with one job, you get fired and you're on the street. Like, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, of course, we're doing it to make more money. And I mean, if
it's like we put a lot of work into this.
If you have a skill that you possess that I want to learn, why should you give it to me for free?
Yeah. Well, it's also, I mean, the work from managing the mentorship. I mean, we need assistants to run it. We need editors.
Aside from the value we're delivering is insane. No one does what I do. No one posts their personal trades live in real time. Hey, I'm buying this. Hey, I'm selling this. There's two outcomes when you enter a trade, right? You're either making money or you're selling money. You're either making money or you're losing money. Okay, so like, I am being 100% transparent. I'm not just selling a course saying like I make money in the stock market. This is what I do. I'm actually selling this mentorship group so people can literally copy my trades if they so desire and learn exactly how I'm doing it. There's no way that it's a scam, because I'm showing that I'm a profitable trader, which it's funny that people still call it a scam, yet it's like, how is it a scam if I'm posting my trades and I'm up X amount this year?
Yeah, no, I agree. And it just kind of shows that it's not like, because doing that, I believe, shows that you're not just scamming people out of their money. It shows that you actually know what you're doing. And
I could so easily just make a one course and slap it up and like sell that, but like,
yeah. But it also adds like an ongoing value to the course, right? Because if you can copy these trades and make money.
No one does what I do. No one does. No one does what I do.
No, because it's like if you do that, you put your butt on the line. Because if you fail, what's the word? Like, disingenuate your whole course, because then it shows like, okay, this guy's not making money. Why should I learn from him?
Yeah, and then that's a scam. And I know guys on TikTok who quite literally just flex other people's cars. They flex their parents' money. Maybe they flex their money, but they don't. They don't trade. They're definitely not profitable trading.
Oh my gosh, we have to pull up some of those. Can we pull up those clips?
No, I don't. I know some of these kids, and I don't want to expose them.
They're really funny,
but they're just 100%.
We're dying at those.
Straight, just fake.
Kind of playing into that, a lot of the I see a lot of comments that are just like all in their like parents' house. It's all their parents' cars. It's all their parents' money.
I mean, there's so many kids that have a lot of money that are living in LA with sports cars all around them that film sports cars on the street, and they're promoting a trading group. Yeah. Like the transparency that I bring with this mentorship, and in the mentorship there's a master class, which is a series of video lectures that breaks down my exact trading strategy, right? My system that I've used to make over 7 figures in the stock market. And I'm actually then using that system that I teach to find these trades, call out these trades, execute these trades, and make money. And then people can literally follow me. It does not get more transparent than that. I know people who trade live. Trading live is a whole different thing. And definitely, what I do, and then, like, if I was going to trade live, it wouldn't make sense because I swing trade, right? What am I going to sit on my computer all day? Like, people can watch me eat. It just does, the live trading doesn't make sense. The live trading thing doesn't make sense. You can't prove you're consistently profitable through live trading because you trade 30 minutes live, you trade an hour live, maybe you'll make money one day, lose money the next day. There's no running track record that people can look back on and reference and actually, like, do the math and see if this guy's profitable. It's just, it's kind of shady in a way. In a way. I'm not, like, hating on anyone who live trades, okay? But
I respect live trading.
I respect live trading, but bro, they can trade live, and live trading is like, most people who live trade are day trading.
Yeah.
Say they make $300 on their live stream. They press end, they end their live stream, and then they go and fucking lose 300. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. Then they go and lose 300 in the afternoon.
Yeah. No, there's definitely kind of like a hidden aspect to that.
I don't know.
But
I'm off topic.
Yeah, speaking of losing money, I traded in college for a bit, and man, that was hard. And I think this whole story kind of plays into how you have to find a trading style that fits your lifestyle, right? And I was trying to use a trading style that I had been using prior to what I was doing in the summer in high school, where I was barely in school. And I was trying to do it in college, where I had a huge class load, doing social things all the time, and I really had no time. And I would do stuff like this. One trade in my mind sticks out where I was in Spanish class. And normally the thing about college is, I'm sure a lot of the viewers have been in college or kind of can imagine what it's like. But in high school, it's like the teacher can tell you to get off a computer and you have to get off it. But in college, the teacher, since everyone's 18, they can tell you to get off a computer and you don't have to do shit. You can be like, all right, like, yeah, and then just keep going. So I was trading in class with like, $100,000. And my P&L was going like up 1,000, down 5,000 mid-class. So I was in class like sweating. And it was kind of bad because I wasn't paying attention to class. I was more focused on my computer. But I remember this one time, hopefully you can find the chart so you can see what I'm talking about. But I was trading Tesla puts, and I see Tesla approaching this very important support level for like the fourth time. So at this point, I had imagined that all the institutions had pretty much bought up all the shares and defended their position, and it's kind of been exhausted. So it was time for the stock to break through this level. So I bought like, I don't know, $3,000 worth of Tesla puts that expired that day. And the teacher goes, pop quiz, and you can't have a computer in a pop quiz. That's the one thing you can't do. So I'm in the middle of this position. So I had to make a decision right there. I was like, all right, do I hold this position or just, because I was down like $200 at, like 5 seconds. I like literally clicked the button, teacher goes pop quiz. So I say like, fuck it. Like I'm gonna stick in it. Like I was pretty confident it was gonna go down. And I was like, all right, shit. So I finished. So I do it was like a pretty like hefty, the pop quizzes were weighted pretty heavy. So I do it as fast as I can do it. Like writing it out, like speed through this test. I'm the first one finished. I finished in like 10 minutes. Everyone takes like an hour. And I open my computer. I'm down like $1,500.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, shit. So.
Did you recover that?
No, I just cut my losses, and it kept going up. So thankfully, I cut my losses.
I thought you were gonna make money. I have a story where something similar happened, but I made money.
Okay.
I made a lot of money.
All right, rubbing my face.
I'm gonna rub it in your face. Okay. I think this is also kind of a lesson. Like, don't sit on your computer all day, staring at your screen, sweating, checking your phone every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Place your trade. Sit back. Go out. Work out. Do something. If you have a plan in place.
Yeah, the problem was I didn't have a stop loss,
and you didn't have a trading plan.
Exactly. Well, no,
you were flying by the seat of your pants. Admit it.
Yeah,
you had no idea.
I didn't have a big plan.
You were hoping that it was gonna go up or down.
I mean, definitely had.
Wait, what did you say? You bought calls or?
I bought puts.
Oh,
I definitely had like reasoning. It wasn't just like, oh, I think it's gonna go down. There was definitely like, I saw it like, bounced off the support 2 times. It's approaching a 3rd time. I was like, okay, all the liquidity is probably bought up, and there's no more, supply for the buyer, so it would just drop, right? So
let me tell my story.
All right, you go.
So I was trading Tesla, and this was this past fall, and I entered a trade on Tesla. one day prior, right? And the next day came around, market open. I was down a good bit on open. I had to, well, I didn't have to go, but so I was going to hang out with this girl. And we went out, went to lunch, drove around, whatever, hung out. I completely forgot that I had this massive position open on Tesla. And when I say I was down, on open, I was down like $8,000. And I'm like, shit.
Mid-date, you realize this.
No, so market open, I was down like $8,000. Met this girl. We hung out for like 3 hours. I forgot about the position entirely.
Mm-hmm.
I left, came back home, remembered that I had this position open.
Oh God! How do you
forgot?
How do you forget your?
Because when you like someone, when you like a girl, you forget about everything.
Okay.
I was like, my mind was elsewhere.
Okay.
I was really into this date. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got back and I looked and I was up $25,000.
Wow.
Yep.
Jesus.
I was like, holy shit.
This must have been
And
pretty recent.
I sold it. And I locked it in. I made $25,000.
What a good day.
What a good day.
Good date.
Good day. It was a good day.
Okay, so my story is quite the opposite because not only did I speed through the test, lose $1,500, but I also got like a 70.
I'm coming off as a simp now. Listen, I don't have time for girls. Okay?
Right,
I'm
dude.
too busy working and making money. No, I was gonna run with that, but it's just that was like
I mean, that's quite the trading strategy.
I
Blindly go into
should try that again.
yeah, maybe.
But I think my
Maybe
point is when you have a plan in place and you know how much you're willing to lose on the trade, you know how much you're trying to make, right?
Yeah.
And I'll admit, I wasn't trying to make that much on that trade. I forgot about it. But I trusted my strategy and I had that plan. I went out. Yeah, I forgot about it. But I think if I hadn't trusted my strategy, if I didn't have a plan, I think when market opened and I was down 8K, I probably would have, well, I know I wouldn't, but I think most people would get scared and be like, oh my word, I'm down 8,000. I'm going to sell this right now.
Yeah.
But I believed in my system. I trusted the process.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I forgot I had the trade on, but it worked out in my favor.
Nice. I kind of have, so that 34K day I had is kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
Where I had a plan and I was selling put credit spreads on Microsoft, right? So because I'm selling puts, that means I made money when the stock went up. And I was hedging myself by buying the same contract, just one strike lower, right? And so it's kind of nearing the end of the day. I was up like $800 on the trade. Nothing crazy, right? And it was a pretty heavy. I think I had I sold it was something like 100 contracts, which is super leveraged. And what I was doing, which was pretty messed up, was I was having Robinhood, because when you sell a put, right, you have to buy back the shares when the person you sold the contract to executes the trade or the trade expires. So it's nearing its expiration and the market's closing, and right before market closes, the stock, Microsoft, shot straight up, like an absurd amount. I think they had earnings or something. I don't know what happened, but the stock shot straight up, and the guy executed his trades, and I made $36,000 like right at the end of the day.
Holy
and that
shit.
was or 34, and that was like
That was luck.
yeah,
That was pretty lucky.
Well, I planned on it going up,
Okay.
right, and I just didn't. It was
That's
kind of I was
crazy.
kind of like wondering oh shoot, like it's not going up as much as I thought. Whatever, I'm still green, and then boom, shot up. But it kind of plays into like your strategy.
What was your biggest loss?
Biggest loss?
Also, can you fix your shirt, your cuffs? Your cuffs are they're pissing me off.
Yeah,
Thanks.
is that better?
Much better.
Biggest loss.
Your other one's still messed up. Thanks.
It's better. All right. Biggest loss was probably.
What was your biggest loss?
Probably pretty recently. I was.
Oh, was it? Yeah, really?
Yeah, probably pretty recently. I was playing. I think I lost like 18 grand.
Was it 18 grand?
Yeah, it was 18.
That's nothing.
No, I was pretty good at managing.
That's
my
not
risk.
bad. That's your biggest loss, 18 grand?
Yeah.
Bro, I lost 60 grand in 2 days.
Yeah.
It was like 55.
Yeah. It's a lot.
That's like a
sucks.
car. That's a whole car.
That's like
boom,
3 cars.
Yeah, it's like a Tesla and a half.
It's like a trailer. A small house.
No, I wasn't even phased.
And like
They honestly, I'm being honest when I say I was not even phased. I think I would have been more phased if I wasn't up so much on the year because I was just giving back money I had already made. It wasn't like I was dipping into the grave. I wasn't digging myself a grave. I was just giving back gains, so it wasn't as bad.
Yeah, I think you kind of, because I remember my first big loss to me was I lost like $1,000 in a day. I thought that was huge. I remember I was like
at the time, that $1,000 loss could have
big.
probably felt worse than your 18K loss.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't even care. I was like, oh shit, I'm down, whatever, who cares? It's just part of the game, and once you figure out that it's just a game, and that you have to detach your emotions from monetary value, that's when you can like actually start becoming a successful trader, because now you're not trading your P&L, you're trading the charts, and you're trading actual technical reasoning, and that's how you make money. You don't make money off a have a gut feeling it's gonna go down, or oh no, I've lost too much money, I'm gonna cut losses, and first thing you know it shoots back up.
Yeah.
But learning how to detach emotions from trading is such a huge skill.
Yeah.
And you don't actually know you've done it until you lose a ton of money and you're like, oh well. Lost money
you
there.
just become numb to it after a while.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a really good point.
Yeah, you have to get to that point. That's the whole, process of 2 years and growing position size. Because if you, when you start out with, let's say you start with a $10,000 account, if you lose $1,000, it's going to feel like the end of the world. You're going to be sweating. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to be like, oh, why am I doing this? But, if you start with small positions and you slowly build that confidence and risk tolerance and loss tolerance, then you can actually start to grow as a trader.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what, I went through. You were talking about how you blew up your account, you started paper trading, and then you went back in with small positions. Because it's like, when you blew up that account, you must have felt so, did you consider quitting trading?
Ooh, that's a good question. No, I've never had, I don't ever remember one time where I'm like, I should quit.
Yeah.
I think I just have this relentless, it's just who I am. I will never give up. I do not care what it takes. I will fucking make money doing this. I will make it work. I will become a full-time trader. I was so set on that goal that I didn't even think about quitting once.
Yeah.
That's with everything.
No, I feel like you and I are very similar in that sense. It's like just never, I remember losing all that money just right at the beginning, just made me want to go harder. I was like, all right, I'm really going to figure this out because I don't want to.
Well, and also, sorry, I just interrupted you. You see how much, I think it's just I lost whatever 10K within, a week. Well, that also means I could make 10K within a week. And that sparked me on even more.
Yeah. Right.
Realizing that
if you just bought puts, right?
If it was the opposite, I would have made 10K.
Yeah.
But that's a crazy realization too when you realize the sky is the limit. You can make as much as you want.
Yeah.
That's what's so cool about trading. There's no cap. You're not on a salary. You're not limited to your hours. There's hardly any jobs in the world that are like trading.
And
even doctors, lawyers. You're capped at a certain point eventually.
Yeah, and I was listening to this guy who I really like, and he was talking about how trading is the most scalable business out there. Mm-hmm. It's like, you can trade with a $100 position, now you're trading with $10,000 position, now you're trading with a $100,000 position.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like no other business really has that scalability, right? You could scale, if you're a doctor, how do you scale that?
Yeah.
It's like, work harder, make more, get a raise. But it's like, if you want to chill, skate.
You only have 24 hours in a day.
Exactly.
At a certain point, you cap yourself. And at a certain point, what's the point of life if you're just working 24/7?
Yeah.
As a doctor.
Well, all right. So I posted a TikTok, and it's kind of ironic because it's such a common saying out there. Oh man, you're never gonna catch me working a 9 to 5. How often you say it a lot. Everyone says I feel like everyone says it. You're never gonna catch me working a 9 to 5. And it's funny because in order to not work a 9 to 5, you got to work a 6:30 to 10. You know what I mean? You got to work 18 hours a day. You got to grind. So it's not it's not. I think saying I'm not going to work a 9 to 5 is more in the essence. I'm not going to cap myself at a certain salary. You know what I mean? I'm going to work towards something that's going to be scalable, like trading.
Yeah.
So,
I'd rather work a 7 to 11.
yeah.
All right. And
So
really
that's our new
enjoy,
thing. We work the 7 to 11.
I'd rather work a 7 to 11 if I love what I'm doing
yeah.
than work a 9 to 5 and hate my life.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love trade. Like, I just love everything about it. Like, I drive up. It's an hour drive. Listen to a stock podcast the whole way. Get here, trade all day. Stock podcast all the way back. Get back at like 8. Read. Go to bed. It's such a grind, and it's like if you really want to be good at something, you just have to put in the work, and eventually, if you work hard enough, you're gonna succeed. You know what I mean? That's kind of just once you get that in your head. And
I think that that's a cliche saying.
It is, but it's so true.
But it's true. But I think people that just don't believe in themselves. Like, even if you put in the work and spend every second of every day obsessing over one thing, if you don't believe that it's possible, it's not going to happen to you.
Yeah. And I mean, I see, like, Mark is like the biggest, you're one of the biggest grinders I've ever seen. Like, it's unreal, like, how hard you grind and you work, and you just work all day super hard, and you're focused. And that's really what it takes. And, I mean, that's why it's such a young age, you're so successful.
Yeah.
And that's really all it is.
And it's also, like, what are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want?
Yeah.
To achieve what you want.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, that was everything.
Right.
Like, I did not care about anything besides, quite literally, becoming a successful trader.
Right.
And, I didn't have much of a social life in high school, and, like, that was fine. I didn't care. Like, I would rather be at home studying charts Friday night than, like, at a party or hanging out with friends.
Yeah. My whole mindset, kind of like when I really started to commit to trading, was I would picture myself at 24, right? And then, do you hear that?
Mm-hmm. There's someone talking in the background.
We're in the hallway.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's really loud in the mic.
Very loud in the
They're
mic.
in the hallways. Can we ask them to be quiet?
That's so annoying.
Oh, my word. Go yell at them. No, don't. Just, like, pop your head out, and then they'll be like, oh, we're being too loud. All right, we're back after another slight break.
Yep.
Because someone was loud out in the hallway. You know what I'm really excited for? I'm excited for you to
New
hit...
office.
No. Let me finish. I'm excited for you to get an I-8. All right?
Me too.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I am too. Very
Get
excited.
the doors that go up.
Oh, yeah.
We can both drive with our
Spaceship.
doors up.
Yep.
We did that. We were driving around in the McLaren.
That was fun.
I put the doors up. We put both the doors up. And we were driving down the street. I see red lights, red and blue lights.
Oh, yeah. On a motor. It's a cop.
Motorcycle cop pulls up next to us. What did he say? He was like...
He's just on some, like, dumb. He was like, do you think this is legal? We're like, I don't know, dude. Like, we're going 5 miles an hour. Like, and he was just like, I'm going to give you a ticket. We're like, put the doors down, all right?
Put them right back up when you left.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was stupid.
Apparently,
it was fun,
it's illegal to drive with your doors open.
Yeah, which is funny because Jeeps don't even have doors. You know what I mean? So that cop just, I don't know.
You know what I'm also excited for?
Oh.
I'm going to let you guess this one.
What are you excited for?
I'm excited for you to hit 7 figures in trading gains.
Oh. Yeah, me
You've
too.
got a ways to go, but you're going to get there.
No, yeah. I mean,
That's a big milestone. $1 million in trading profits.
Yeah, I think I kind of took a little break for a while when I was in college, and I realized that it just wasn't sustainable. And now, like, I mean, I quit my job.
You're full-time. You're a full-time day trader.
It's like I'm putting 70 hours.
If we didn't say
into
that, you're trading full-time.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm a full-time trader. So I'm hopefully by next year secure 7 figures, which would be dope because if I'm able to make 7 figures before 2023, I'd be a millionaire before I'm 19.
Join the club.
Yeah, it'd be pretty lit. But
Good shit.
yeah, I think what was I even talking about? Oh, we were talking about mindset and kind of like working hard and I think one of the reasons why we started working at such a young age, super hard, is because I see a lot of like kids my age going out, having fun. It is summer, right? It's summer here at this time, and sometimes it's tough to like see all your peers because I graduated early, so I see a lot of my peers kind of having fun in high school.
You're not part of the dropout gang.
I did kind of drop out though, a little bit.
So I did drop out of my school that I was going to.
I mean, I kind of dropped out and went online. So does that count? Because you technically.
I dropped out, but later on got my diploma because
Want to hear something funny?
my mom wanted me to get it. And I was like, all right, fine. But now I can't put no GED on my license.
You want to hear something funny?
I wanted a license plate that said dropout. I still could say I like technically am a dropout.
You want to hear something funny? Go. I don't have my high school diploma right now.
You never got it?
Not yet. I mean,
not yet.
Well, because the thing is, since I graduated early, I dropped out and I went online.
Why don't you get a dropout license plate for the I-8?
Because I still want. Because I did all the work. I did all the work.
Don't get your diploma. Now you can say you're dropout. You're so lucky. I wish I could say this.
I did all the work. I'm getting that freaking piece of paper.
You know what I wanted to say, and I'm gonna have to wait a couple of years to say this.
Yeah.
What?
Can they take back your diploma? Can someone take back my diploma
For what?
for high school?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like no one's ever wanted that to happen. I mean,
But if I said something, I think they would like take it back.
No, I don't.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say it. We'll save this story for another day.
Oh, there's a story behind it?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a story.
Oh, gosh. He goes, yes. He's not worried about it. Kid in the back goes, yes.
There's a story.
But shit, dude. Yeah, so I guess I'm technically, as of now, a high school dropout, which is pretty funny.
That's awesome.
But I was in college this year, so that's interesting.
That's so confusing.
I know.
Oh.
Okay, we keep getting off topic.
Yes.
Mindset.
Some people
Mindset.
don't have what it takes to sacrifice and take the time.
But it's because they have to have some like driving mindset that keeps them focused. Because it's not sustainable to work 70, 80 hours in a week on a job that's making no money if you don't have something special that's driving you to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like having that.
You have to be passionate about what it is too that you're doing, which I love trading. I am passionate about trading.
Yeah, no, totally, me too.
And if we weren't though, there's many pieces to the puzzle.
I don't know if I necessarily, which is I'm sure a lot of people could like resonate with, is I didn't really start out passionate about trading. I started out, I was kind of like, this is a way to make, I didn't put much thought. I was like,
did you start out, okay.
I started out, I was like,
for the money.
This is a way to make money.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. And then as I learned, and because I did, I forced myself to learn about it, right? Because I was losing money. I was like, because going back to that day where I nailed the bottom top 10% gain, made $500, mm-hmm. that really opened my eyes. And I was kind of like, I can make money and it's easy. I just got to figure it out because, within the week I lost all that P&L. And that's kind of what started my love. And then as I started learning about it and then figuring it out and then actually it's the best feeling when you make a trade and it goes exactly as you planned. You're like, all right, it's going to bounce off this level. I'm going to take profits here.
That's true.
Boom. That feels so good. And once I had a couple of those for my belt, I was like, all right, I can really do this. And it's kind of an addiction. At that point, I was like, I need to do this more and more and more. And
if you stop trading one day, do you think you're going to have to go to the casino and gamble? Because you're going to need that feeling of
I don't know.
Making money.
That's a good question. I think because trading is the only thing besides gambling that you can make so much money so fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is really unreal. Ideally, I'd like to go into real estate.
Yeah.
I own a property now, which is kind of where a lot of my capital went. But ideally, that's the plan. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have to start gambling. We'll see. That probably would not be good. I feel like I'll trade to my grave because I just love it so much. And whether it's I probably won't be day trading every day to my grave, but mm-hmm. I'll definitely have some type of long-term positions, swing trades, stuff of that nature.
So I think this is kind of a good time to wrap up the podcast, sort of. I think we went over some really good points and talking about, starting trading and kind of the whole mentality aspect of it. But playing back to what we were talking about earlier and how, we blew up our, you blew up your $10,000 account. I lost thousands of dollars starting the trade. And, you know, it really takes dedication and focus to become a good trader. And I think that's why the mentorship group is so good to becoming a successful trader, because, you know, buying the course isn't going to make you instantly a 7-figure trader, right? You have to put in a lot of the work yourself. But what it does is it saves you all the newbie beginner mistakes that you would have made if you didn't have some type of mentorship, right?
It's the learning curve.
Exactly.
Like at the end of the day,
it skips you over that first hump, and it kind of gets you to a place where you can really start and kind of see which path you want to take.
That's just the masterclass inside the mentorship.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's great because people may only have 20, 30 minutes a day
Right.
Of free time to trade. They can join, they can copy my trades, get a feel for how things work, and then when they're ready, start diving into the masterclass. Or they could do it the other way around. They could take the master class and go for it on their own. Like I think it's like an all-inclusive, no matter how much time you have, no matter how old you are, anyone could make money trading, and I give people the ability to do that with very little time, very little money, very little effort. And if you want, you can take the time, you can put in the effort, and you can learn the skill yourself.
Yeah. No, I agree. And it's like, you know, if you think about it, you can either spend $500 or you could lose your whole $10,000 account, right? You spend $500 or you can lose $2,000 trading in 10 minutes. You made a TikTok where you threw the monitor in rage. It's like, because I lost a doctor's salary in 30 minutes, but that's a reality. That can happen.
That can happen.
That's why it's so funny, is because it's so true. It's like we've made...
And that was a joke, by the way. Like, yeah. I didn't really lose it. That one... That TikTok was clearly a joke. I said it was a joke.
That was a great example of how not to act when you lose. We were talking about it. That was playing off, you know, some like satire or whatnot.
The marketing angle of things can kind of be misleading on TikTok to like what you should actually do as a trader. If you lose money, you shouldn't grab your monitor and throw it at a wall and get pissed.
I mean, depends how much money you lose.
No. That gets views though.
Yeah, no, it does.
And because that gets views, we are able to help one more, maybe two more people who watch that video, help them become financially free. Like, if I didn't make that stupid video with me throwing the monitor at the wall, no one would know about me. No one would know about the mentorship. No. They would never learn how to trade. Like, that dumb video is going to help, hopefully, several people make money in the stock market at the end of the day.
And another thing that I love about the mentorship group is I was just scrolling through. You still have to make me a admin, by the way, so I can, like, talk to people.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Honestly, like, I want to be Jay Leader inside the group and be like, chat with people.
But I love the group because I'm reading through it, and, you know, this guy comes up, he's like, what did he say? I don't even know.
There's definitely music going on somewhere. I hear music.
Yeah, oh my God, these people.
It's either outside.
It's quite enough where it's fine. But I saw this guy posted, I made $1,000 today. And then he's like, I make $1,000 to $5,000 every week since joining the Daily Traders. And this guy responds to him. He's like, wow, like, how do you do that? And this random mentoree in the group started just talking about his trading technique and his style. And I thought it was so cool how you've really built this community of traders that want to grow as a group. Mm-hmm. So that's, a really cool. There's so many great aspects.
Trading can be really lonely. So having
it can be
a group of people to talk to, and
especially
and it's seeing that this is really possible. You see other people making money on a daily basis.
That's the biggest thing, because you can lose motivation so easily.
Yeah,
it's so easy to lose motivation. You lose money, you're like, why am I doing this? I'm not making money. I'm losing money. But then you see someone, wow, I'm making, he's making this much money a day. I can do this. Because if you I'm the type of person, I look at someone, and if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So if you have the mentality, you're looking at people that are making money, it's motivating and it helps you grow as a trader. So that's huge.
Yeah. Hey, if you stayed to the end, if you're still watching, we'll give you a discount code for the mentorship. The first link in the description will be to the mentorship group, and we will throw a discount code right there in the description. So if you want to join, if you're interested in learning about trading, join the community. There you go. And we'll go ahead and wrap things up. I think this was a really great first episode. We're going to be shooting one of these every week, so I'm very excited for what's in store. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, and then real quick, on TikTok, you can find me at The Weekly Traders, and then same with Instagram, The Weekly Traders.
Yeah, we'll put the links below. Go give us a follow. I'm The Daily Traders, obviously. So,
awesome.
Little plug there. All right, thank you guys for watching.
Awesome.
See you in the next episode. Peace out.